Hello and welcome. My name is Mark Blatstein, the physician founder of Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. This is going to be a video or YouTube to introduce and change around some of my Facebook profiles. Today, I am starting a new Facebook group facing federal charges and preparing for sentencing, the non-legal component, because I'm not an attorney. And I'm going to be taking pre-sentence report service and I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to be winding down at least my contributing to it, and also facing indictment or prison. And I'm going to be transferring my efforts over to facing federal charges and concentrating right here. And so the reason is that I'm going to go back here to if you're indicted and facing prison, now is really not the time to give up. You don't want to be the ostrich because if you've gotten that target letter, like I think Mayor Adams in New York, not only did he get the target letter, he continued his activity, and he's kind of repeating the what Sean Diddy Combs did, which was continued doing what he was doing. And unfortunately, by the time the Department of Justice begins to get their claws in you, they have all the information they need to go to court already. And so for Sean Diddy Combs, his attorneys really weren't there to do what they should be doing, which was to telling Sean the truths that maybe were disturbing, but that would have kept him from continuing his activity because it's hard. He's a very well respected, very high ranking celebrity. And so, he's just not going to listen. And, you know, going into MDC Brooklyn at some point is going to be very humbling to him in his life because he's not, I mean, going from a cushy bed to a piece of steel to sleep on is just, I can't even imagine it. And yet people are doing it every day. And Mayor Adams is going to try and fight it. And I was in that position, 2006. I had a felony and I thought I was above it all. And, I pled guilty and then I did an appeal and the judge said, no way, sent me back to prison. I'm grateful I was able to get my medical license back. That's why I'm saying if you're indicted and facing prison, now's not the time to give up. You need to fight. And at times you need to cut your losses. Uh, as I pull down here, one of the things I'm going to focus on is that Judge Patrick Schultz says it's surprising how many otherwise competent attorneys punt, basically do nothing right up until a sentencing hearing. And Robert Scalia said, you don't want to wait and think about sentencing advocacy because once you get your target, 99% are going to wind up going to prison. So you need to begin to think about sentencing. And that's the last thing that someone who is a high powered, executive or earning or someone with a big ego thinks that everything they're doing is correct to be told, to run up against that, cement wall, to think that they're doing something wrong and to admit it, someone has to be there to tell them. And that's part of what an attorney should be doing is that maybe you need to begin to think it. And so, one hopes that Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers were there to provide him some honest and possible difficult truths. I don't know that was the possibility. And this is, the ostrich, which is with its head in the sand, is that ignoring the Department of Justice indictment is not a really good idea. And so there's a lot that you can do once you're facing the indictment or rumors or a target letter. And so I'm going to pull all of my resources now and begin to blanket this particular Facebook ad or Facebook, whatever it's called, with my information. And I look forward to meeting all of you here. Again, thank you very much for tuning in and hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for sharing.